There we go. I was like, why aren't we on here? That's so funny. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. We cannot even tell you how happy we are to be here right now. Look at us back together again, sitting here. It feels like we never left. And I'm so glad that we're back. So of course, we're going to get to lots here today. We're going to welcome everyone in. This feels so weird because we haven't done one of these in so long, literally since May.
Yeah.
So it's been 4 months pretty much, which is crazy. So we'll welcome everyone in and then we'll kind of get started on what we're going to talk about. Of course, this will be our trip recap live, which we do every time that we go on our trips. We kind of talk about our trip and you guys can ask us any questions about our trip and that kind of stuff. But then because there were some announcements here today for Destination D23, we're going to touch on all of those announcements as well, give our thoughts and play some games. So let's welcome everyone in. Be sure to like the stream if you want to. Helps us out so much, and subscribe if you're new to our channel. We appreciate it so much. Austin is here. Welcome, Austin. Llama Flu makes me so happy. We're getting the band back together. This feels so good. I'm just gonna be my face is gonna hurt from smiling this whole time. Alexis is here. Welcome, Jason and Leah. Welcome. Everybody's excited for Llama Floof. Justine is here.
As they should be.
The icon Llama Floof. Yep. Yes, Austin, that was you. I did that little intro showcasing just some stuff about our trip, which is fun.
It's so good.
Yeah, we can go back anytime. I would love to go back. Disney World Freak, welcome in. Hello, thanks for being here. Haley and Tommy, welcome. Thanks for being here. Stacy, welcome in. Thanks for being here as well. T and H, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Amy is here. Thank you so much for following along. I appreciate that so much. I had a great time. We'll talk about that a little bit, but I'm going to do a separate live stream talking about the CEP because I have lots to talk about, lots to say, lots of exciting, fun things. Aaron, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Brandy, welcome in. Kay, welcome in. So good to see you as well. We'll touch on that as well very, very quickly. Sarah, welcome in. Thanks for being here. And Disney Pin Love is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here, everyone. So yeah, like I said earlier, this is going to be our trip recap. We'll kind of touch on some things, play some games related to things that have happened. Of course, you'll all play along with us in the chat there down below. And then we're going to get to some games about the Destination D23 stuff that was released today that they touched on and talked about. And we'll play some games with all of you and we'll give our thoughts on everything. I know that they announced a lot of things kind of changed from what they talked about at the actual expo last year. And then we'll kind of touch on when the expo is coming up in 2024 because that has changed as well. Brooke, welcome in. Thanks for being here. And Rachel, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Alexis, cannot wait to hear about your birthday.
Yeah,
so fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah, so I'll touch on Kay's question first, which is great. Did my time at Disney go quickly? It really did. It flew by, which is so shocking because I feel you would think that it would not fly by because it is a long period of time. I know it's not as long as the college program or the CRP, but it was long and I had a great time though. It flew right by. I feel I packed in so much into 3 months. And I know that there's been a lot of questions about it and people want to know more stuff. So like I said, I'm going to do a live stream talking about it. And I'll hopefully have some fun guests on here who have made some appearances in vlogs while I was there to come and join me to talk about it. I think that'd be fun, just chopping it up with everybody and hanging out. I think that would be cool. So we'll definitely touch on that. But first, for those that didn't know, also 38 people here. My goodness. Welcome. Thanks for being here, everyone. We went to Disney World, of course. August 14th until the 24th was when Heidi came. Caitlin and Austin came a little bit earlier. So I got to see them a little bit early, but we were there for 10 days.
Yeah.
And I feel we got so much done in 10 days.
It was, yeah, it felt longer than 10 days, honestly.
It really, really did.
Every day we were doing so much. So it just felt like a great time.
For sure. Forky, welcome in. Thanks for being here. And Sarah May, Sarah May, my bestie. Love her so much.
I mean, maybe it's Sarah's mom. Oh no, it said also this is Sarah. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Because I'm pretty sure that happened before where I thought it was Sarah's mom alive, but it was
in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat. But yeah, so of course all of the vlogs now have been posted from my cultural exchange program. I posted the last one yesterday on Friday.
Mhm.
Of course, there'll still be more to come to talk about it. Like I said, a live stream and different things, but that means that some exciting stuff is going to come to our channel very soon, which we'll touch on at the end of the live stream. But like I said before, anybody can leave any questions related to our trip, anything that happened that you want to know about, all that kind of stuff, and we'll get to that. But first, Heidi, let's like kind of get like through some talking points. What do you want to talk about first? What was like a big like thing about the trip that you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. I feel
sorry.
like I didn't know we were talking about specific stuff. I don't know. Just being there.
Yeah,
but
well,
that's like the classic answer.
Yeah.
So.
Why don't we start with like being like reunited?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
That was good. So what happened was we didn't have our flight. I had my flight early in the morning and I was going to Pop Century to meet Brandon.
Yep.
But then I didn't know if Brandon would be there already, but he wasn't. But then he was there like 2 seconds after I got there. So I see him like climbing out of the car and he's like falling out of the car. And then he goes inside and then I see him and I run to him and then it was really nice. It was good. Honestly, for most of the trip, I felt like I was just like not even there. Like I was just dreaming.
Yeah,
it was like so weird that
it was weird actually.
For so long, like we were apart and I was like in school mode, and then all of a sudden I'm just there, and then it was very weird. Yeah, so I don't know how to describe it.
No, like I think it was one of those things where you almost kind of feel like this is gonna like be so weird, but like that you're on like a first date was what it kind of felt like that first day, where it's like
you're like, hey,
yeah, and it's like so much has happened on my end and so much has happened on Heidi's end that it's like you obviously like over the 3 months like you talk about this stuff, but you don't really get to like dive like super deep into what's happening like in each other's little circle. Like we kind of said that it like felt like we were living two lives like off on our like pathway, like we split off and then we came back together, so it was kind of crazy like in that way. But Sarah can't stay long. No worries. Okay. Sarah, thank you for being here. We love you and miss you too. We'll have to do something very soon. But yeah, so I think that was like one of those things where it was kind of like, wow, we're back together. Very weird. But
then 2 seconds
we got right into it. Like, and I think that it was weird for me. I know that like a lot of people say that like when your program ends, obviously like you're sad and then you go home and it's kind of like you get back into like the basics. I feel like I didn't really have the same experience because we did our trip right after. So I feel like I kind of went right into like.
But I also feel like I felt kind of bad. Oh, not to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I felt kind of bad because it's like we were there for like your last 2 days. So I felt like it was hard for you to like enjoy the end of your trip.
That's fair.
I don't know. If we like did it again, I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't change anything, but I feel like it would have been nice for you to kind of like enjoy your time as you like finish it up. Because I feel like it just kind of like ended abruptly.
Yeah. Well, like, and I think what's hard about it is, like I just think about it that everybody's program, how it ends, they do it so different. Where like some people's like family don't come, they just go home. Like I think, but a lot of my friends, their family came down towards the end, like around when you did. So
I guess it wouldn't have made a difference.
No, like it wouldn't have really made a difference. I think that we still did a lot of great things at work, and I got to like kind of like end that on my last day. Like it helped that I got to like have my shift with like Sarah and Victoria. Like that was fun. So I think that like ended on a good note, but then we got right into the trip. Austin feels the same way because it was weird seeing them. And then it's like I think that Austin made a comment that I was like filming and it felt weird because like you watch it and stuff. So that was crazy too, seeing them. Laura, welcome in here. Laura, welcome in here. And Disney World Freak says that we're so cute. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I think that was like a big point, obviously, like in our trip was being reunited. We also did a lot of things for the first time. Heidi rode Tron for the first time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
We did the Halloween party for the first time, which Caitlin and Austin did. I think like the highlight of the trip was the Halloween party. That was just incredible. That was cool. It was so good and so fun to be there for that.
It's another thing that I feel like it's such a weird feeling when you like have watched and stuff and then you're there, but then like it goes by so quickly. That's my only thing. Like
it flew by.
You're like going and then like the parades are happening and then it's like over and you're like, no, I don't want it to be over.
Seriously.
But I was just trying to take it all in, and that's what I kept saying the whole time. I'm like, I'm just taking it in.
Yeah, you're like, I'm enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Llama Floof is letting us know 40 viewers is a new record.
Yeah, thank you.
What is happening?
Thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you. My gosh. Nice. Like honestly, one thing that I had said over and over, I have a little thing on my hat here too. Something that I said on the program was that like I miss these live streams because I feel like obviously posting videos is so fun because it's like that's what's happening in my life, but like I love when we get to just like sit here and chat. Like it feels like that we're all hanging out and it's like I just think that like these are so special. So don't worry, live streams will be right back on schedule. We have lots planned for live streams. It's going to be always a big part of our channel, and it has been over the last year, and it's going to stay that way for sure. But the Halloween party was just like so fun, and I can't wait for all of the like things to come, all of the vlogs, because
I want to watch them back.
We vlogged a lot of things. We vlogged like every single day. And I hope, I hope hopefully they're good.
Together, they're good. It's hard to tell when you're like filming, but I felt like we filmed a lot. I felt like we both film a lot. Like as well. So
yeah, we also film lots like on our phone for TikToks and Instagram and stuff, which was fun.
So hopefully that works out, but
yeah, but this is so great. Haley and Tommy miss the lives so much.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, seriously. And yeah, look at all the people. We honestly, we were saying this, like I was talking about this with like my friends that like, honestly, in terms of like YouTube, because like not a lot of people, like I think really like understand how YouTube works and stuff. And when like you have a channel and stuff, but I think we just have like the best ever people that watch our videos. And I really, truly do appreciate it. Like, this is just like amazing to sit here with all of you. So thank you so much. Amy says, I will be at Disney in a month, and we're staying at Wilderness Lodge for the first time. Very nice. Fun. I was at Wilderness Lodge a couple times for some breakfast and dinner because they have, what's the restaurant called there? Whispering Canyon. And we had a discount. Brandy says, thank you for taking the time to talk with my family and take a picture with us when we met you in July. You are so welcome. It was so great to meet you guys. Honestly, I loved like that aspect of it too. Like I will say, I like didn't expect to really like meet anybody, but then I would have people like at work just come up to me, and it was just like so cool, like, and honestly so fun. And it just like made my whole day that I got to meet people who like I had one girl who I met who said like she's watched us for 3 years.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, what is happening? 3 years is like a lot of time. Like that's long. And then like you've stuck with us for 3 years. It's just incredible. Really nice. So we just really appreciate that. And throw back to the bracket days. Oh, Llama Floof. Brackets are coming. You actually gave me some good ideas, Llama Floof. And they will be included in some new brackets and stuff. Remember, our chat was so great. That was the highlight of my program as well, was getting to meet Llama Floof and the Floof family. So fun. So great. And we took some pictures, had some fun. It was so great. That was with Haley and Tommy also. And that was just like, I think that we were more excited to meet you guys because we were just so like, this is going to be so much fun. Yeah, starstruck. Don't be scared to do Whispering Canyon, Alexis. You got it. It's honestly, as long as you don't want ketchup, you'll be fine. Throw back to the days of heartbreak. Yeah. Poor Austin. But yeah, so with our trip, again, like all the vlogs are going to come out very, very soon. And it's going to kind of be each day. We'll obviously have some stuff each day that goes on. We'll obviously still have stuff that's like thrown in there with like the haul and like our pins that we traded for, and then pin mail that we do. And there'll be other things that we like sprinkle in with like live streams and stuff, but it's hopefully going to be 2 vlogs a week, if not 1 vlog and something else, but there'll be 2 videos a week and then like a live stream sometimes. So going to be lots here to come. I'm excited about all the stuff that we're going to do, but shall we play a game?
Yeah.
Do you guys like games?
Yep.
Let's do a thumbs up for games. I love games. I'm so excited that we're going to be back doing games. Our next live stream will most likely be a bracket. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to get back into brackets because those are just always like so divisive and so much fun. And we'll kind of talk about that, like I said, more at the end. But everybody's ready for some games. Mm-hmm. Kennedy, welcome, my pal. This is so fun as well because Kennedy and Caden, who those of you who watch the live streams would know, they would always watch live streams and stuff. And then I got to like be like friends with them. It's so crazy. Like, what the heck is going on? And they were so great and just like the best. And I miss them so much. So I just want to say that it's like so crazy how like you meet people through this and then you actually meet them in person and you get to like hang out with them and be friends with them. And that's just so fun and so surreal. So I miss you guys. Everybody's ready. Okay. We're going to play our first game. I got to remember how to do this. Share screen. Oh, wow. Let's see.
You're getting
entire screen. This one. There we go. We got it. Okay. Justine says, I'm that girl. Been watching your videos since April 2020 COVID. Wow. Justine, thank you. That is crazy to me. I really appreciate that. And Kennedy misses me. I miss you guys too. Okay, here we go. We're gonna play Rank That, which is a new little game that we're gonna play. I don't know why that I chose like Lightning McQueen and Mater. I just think that they're fun.
I like them.
So we're gonna play Rank That, and this is kind of a take on like a ranking, like a 1 through 5, but you don't know what the next thing coming up is. So you're
Like
gonna rank.
TikTok.
Yes, like on TikTok. You're gonna rank things. I know what the things are, so I won't be ranking them. Heidi will rank, and all of you will have a vote, and then we'll take the winningest ranking, and that'll be the ranking for that. Whatever. I don't really know what to say. The highest voted. Yeah. And that will be where we place it. So 1 through 5. And they're going to be different things, so different categories. The first one will be characters, and then we'll like do that as like our practice, and then we'll kind of get into it as we go. So we're going to rank all of these things 1 through 5 without knowing what comes next.
Okay.
We got it. So everybody's going to play along. You'll give your votes, and then again, we'll like add them all up. So our first thing is going to be characters, and they're going to be sidekick kind of characters. So the first one, 1 through 5, is Mushu from Mulan. And again, you don't know what's coming next, so it's kind of hard. You might want to leave some spots open. Who knows? But I'm gonna write it down here as we go. So
is it personal? It's just personal preference.
Yeah, whatever that you feel.
Okay.
You either like Mushu, you don't. Where you want to rank them?
I will put Mushu at.
It's tough.
I feel like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Only because. Like I think he's a great character. I know he's a sidekick, but he doesn't feel like a real sidekick to me. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's fair.
So I'll put him at 4.
All right. Heidi's putting Mushu at 4. Haley and Tommy say Mushu at 3. Amy's asking if Kennedy was the younger on the vlogs. No, that was Kayla.
Oh.
And we met Kayla. We met Kayla a long time ago, years ago, right? 2 years ago?
Yeah, like in person.
Or like 2021.
The crazy story with that was we met her because her family was in line like in front or behind us for rides. And we were like chatting with them, blah, blah, blah. Then we like left the ride because the ride kept breaking down. Then
but at first we pulled out our camera to vlog. Yeah. And then they asked, are we vloggers?
But we were chatting with them.
Yeah, chatting and stuff, yes.
Anyways, besides the point, we later like don't say anything, say bye to them or whatever. Then we come back at the same time because they gave us lightning lanes because their eyes broke down.
Yeah.
And we came back at the exact same time. So we talked to them again. And then we kept seeing them randomly like at the park.
And then we stayed in touch with like them and their family. And then they got to come down when I was there, which was so fun. Mm-hmm. So you said 4, right, Heidi?
I said 4, yeah.
Haley and Tommy said 3. Llama Floof agrees with 4.
You, like keeping track of
Lots of potential. Well,
or you just doing
we're just going to kind of go based on, yeah. Stacy says 2.
I feel like you're going to have a hard time, but okay.
It's okay. We'll do this for the first one and see how it goes.
Sorry.
Haley says 4. Welcome in, Haley. Anna, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Says 5. It's okay. 5 is fine. Amy says 3. Jason and Leah say 5. Brandy says 4. Kay also says 4. So does Sarah. Kennedy says 3. Michael and Tina, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Say 3. Disney World Freak says 5. Justine says 2. We have another 3 and a 3 and a 3. Lots of 3s going here. And then, yes, it really is a small world. So I think right now we're kind of in between 3 and 4. Lots of 3s, lots of 4s. I think right now there's more 3s than 4s. So we'll see what else happens. Steve says 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 4s. And
include mine?
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7 3s.
You'd missed Healing Tommy.
No, I got theirs.
Oh, okay.
7 and 7. So the next vote that comes through with either a 3 or a 4 is where we'll stick Mushu on our list, which is fun. Again, these are all going to be sidekicks, Disney sidekicks. I think that Mushu is kind of in that little middle lane, I guess. Maybe not like super top tier. There's some that maybe will feel like are a little bit better. Yeah, we're looking for a 3 or a 4 or something else. If you don't feel the same way, then maybe you're not going to want to pick a 3 or 4. But we got Caden saying 4, and then TNH confirmed that with a 4 as well. So Mushu is going to go number 4 on our list. Next up, we are going to say Pascal from Tangled.
Oh, Pascal.
Pascal.
I will put Pascal as... I'm trying to think of who I would like better as a sidekick than Pascal.
Yep.
Anyone?
I don't know.
I also don't know who you're considering sidekicks, so...
Oh yeah, this was another thing in our sidekick bracket was the genie was controversial. So I've learned about sidekicks, I think, a little bit.
I feel like I'll put Pascal as number 1.
Wow, okay. Pascal number 1 for Heidi. Let's see what everybody else has to say. Llama Floof says 2. Kennedy and TNH also will agree with a 2. Rachel says 5. Michael and Tina and Anna and Jason and Leah all say 2. Disney World Freak as well says 2. Amy and Sarah both say 5. Haley and Kay with 2s as well. Carolyn says 4. Haley and Tommy say 5. And then Brandy and Justine with votes for number 2. There we go. A lot of love for Pascal. What do you like about Pascal, Heidi?
Cute.
A lot of things.
I feel like
cute.
Pascal's a good sidekick. Like, I feel like they're like actually sidekick. Whereas like Mushu, I don't consider like actually sidekick. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Pascal gives more like pet friend vibes.
Right. That's fair. I guess that like Pascal and Mushu,
They're both good characters. They're both,
yeah. So Pascal's going to be number 2 because that is the majority. Laura also with a 2, and Stacy gives Pascal a 3. So right now we got Pascal at 2 and Mushu at 4. Next up, we are going to have who did I have here? I'm trying to remember in my head because I had them all. Mushu, Pascal, and we have Olaf.
See, I knew you were gonna put Olaf, but I don't think of I don't know. I guess he is a sidekick, but like, who's he a sidekick to?
He's just a side character.
Oh, you're doing side characters?
Well, like sidekicks. He would be a Disney sidekick, would be Olaf.
Okay, well, since Pascal's 2, I'll put Olaf as 1.
You're going to put Olaf number 1?
On our list. But in my real list, I would have put him below.
That's fair. Anna says 3. Justine and Llama Floof give Olaf a 1. Rachel also with a 3. Jason and Leah. Oh, they're coming so quick. A lot of 1s. Jason and Leah, Haley, Michael and Tina, and Stacy and Brandy and Haley and Tommy, all with 1s. Kennedy with a 3. I was going to wait to do Olaf as like the last one, but I feel like this is just like getting out of the way. We'll save those after. Disney World Freak says Olaf number 1 times 2. Carolyn with number 2. Sarah number 1. Sorry. Amy says number 10. Amy's putting Olaf not even 1 to 5, way down at the bottom. That's tough. TNH and K also have Olaf number 1. A lot of people love Olaf.
Also, we should talk about that Frozen show is literally the best thing ever.
Oh yes, we've come to a realization that like I already kind of knew this, but not to this level. The Frozen sing-along is so good.
I didn't realize how funny it is, and obviously it depends on like who your historians are.
Yeah,
we had the funniest historians ever on our last. Was it our last day? Yeah.
With Gracie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, and we thought like the ones before that were amazing.
And we went again like the next day, and it was so funny. You have to go.
It was like, yeah, if you've never done Frozen sing-along, like genuinely.
Is it the 6:30 show?
Yeah, 6:30 show. 6:30 show. Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
It's very hilarious.
Gotta do it. Okay, so we got not Pascal. Olaf's going at 1.
Yeah.
A lot of love for Olaf. Next up, we are going to do Maximus.
I also knew you were going to pick Maximus. I could have, which I'm surprised you picked Maximus because we have Pascal.
I know, but I like Maximus. Maximus is one of my favorites.
I knew you would pick Maximus.
So we got 3 or 5 left. Are you going to pick
Maximus? Last, Genie?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
Anyways,
gotta wait and see. No, I learned my lesson. People said that Genie wasn't a sidekick, so which we can discuss at a later date whether I agree.
Maximus is 3 for myself based on the situation that's happening.
It's fair. I'm like nervous now that my number 5 is going to get roasted as not a sidekick.
Yep.
Probably.
I'm trying to think of who. Is it going to be someone from Zootopia?
No, because there's not really sidekicks in there. Like, I don't know. I guess there is like Flash, but kind of not the same. Llama Floof and Haley and Tommy and Jason and Leah. I think that this is going to be a lot of 3s. And TNH, I'll say 3. Michael and Tina as well. Stacy and Amy with a 5 for Maximus. Disney World Freak, Kay and Carolyn, all with some 3s. Brandy with a 5. Kennedy and Rachel and Haley and Justine, all with 3s for Mr. Maximus. We'll see if that changes.
I'm trying to think of who you picked as the last character.
It's a lot of 3s. for Maximus? Maximus going in at number 3. Why are you see, now I'm nervous because, and everybody's going to tell me that it's not a sidekick, but like what do we define as a sidekick? We've talked about this before.
I feel like you picked a lot of variety here
no, these are all, so this is my rationale on a sidekick.
Is a real sidekick, and I don't think they are, but like
who are
they a sidekick to?
But okay, I mean, I guess sidekick or side character,
because I feel like Olaf's a side character,
but
because like Sven
would be more of a sidekick. Okay,
and then Mushu is also a side character, because like I feel like Creaky's more of a sidekick than Mushu is, in my opinion.
Okay.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
Whatever.
This is the list.
Side characters.
Side thing.
And see, here we go. Haley and Tommy are going to come through with the definition. If they support, are just there to be besties with the main characters.
Okay. Side besties.
So side besties. So then is Olaf and Mushu considered a side bestie?
Yes.
That's fair. So we'll change it then to side besties.
Okay.
Instead, because my last one's the genie.
Obviously, I literally could have picked these.
Come on.
Non-predictable.
Well, this was like a practice basic one.
Every single character you picked, I knew you were going to pick, except for Mushu, but then that started.
Genie, everyone, is number 5 in the side friends besties.
Oh my gosh, Brandon. Next time I'm picking the characters.
It's okay.
So we get some variety. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Hey, look, everybody's going to roast me. They're going to say that Genie's not a side character.
It's okay.
Genie is a side character. Now we're going to do attractions. Now you can see how this works. Okay, we're going to do attractions next.
Well-deserved 5.
So our final list is Olaf.
Yeah, give the list.
Olaf number 1, Pascal number 2, Maximus number 3, Mushu number 4, and the Genie number 5. Haley and Tommy.
Haley and Tommy with the support.
Yeah, because Haley and Tommy, I'm pretty sure last time as well, were like also on my side. I appreciate you guys.
Because their definition's the side bestie.
Look, Heidi, apologize. So Genie's number 5. Our next one's going to be attractions. And we're going to do attractions.
Your favorite attractions.
No, we're doing attractions that are like roller coaster attractions.
Well,
okay.
We know what's coming.
No, you don't know.
Should I name them?
No, the first one. Oh my God.
How many roller coasters are at Walt Disney World?
There's quite a few. There's quite a few. And roller coaster could be big or small. Like, is Barnstorm a roller coaster? Yes. Okay. The first one is going to be Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 for Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder will go number 2 for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone comment.
Did you think that I was going to pick that one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I should write a list
of what you think I'm going to pick,
so then I can prove.
Sure.
But then you're going to change it. So
no, I'm not. I'm not changing anything.
I won't lie. I'll make a list in my head.
Big Thunder. Okay. Haley and Tommy say number 2. Llama Floof says number 1.
Okay, I got my list.
Kennedy and T&H say number 3. Sarah, number 1. Brandy and Amy say number 2. Lots of variety here. Michael and Tina and Carolyn say number 3. Anna says number 2. 3 twice for Jason and Leah. Kay says number 2. Disney Pin Love, number 1, sorry. And then Justine, number 2. Very fun. Yes, love Big Thunder. Me too. Big Thunder is a great one.
That's a good one.
Haley says number 4. What's the ranking? The ranking is going to be Disney roller coasters. So they could be, we don't know. They could be thrilling, medium thrill, low thrill.
Yeah.
This is funny. Llama Floof says, is Toy Story Mania considered a roller coaster since it slings you around so much? No. My definition of roller coaster will be a track with a quick enough moving vehicle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So what was the consensus?
We're pretty split around.
Gotta do the math.
I
could have kept track on a tally.
Llama Floof starting some controversy. I would have it no other way.
Yep. Do you want me to
maybe start doing a tally?
Should I?
Yeah, go for it. Start doing a tally, Heidi. We're going to go back to the old days here
of...
Okay, we got a 2.
1 second. Okay.
So a 2 and a 1 and a 3. Another 3. A 1. We need like elevator music for this. A 2, a 2. A 3 and a 3. Another 2. 2 3s. 2 2s and a 1. A 4.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's tied between 2 and 3. Wait, but my vote. What did I vote?
You voted 2.
Okay.
So we'll give it one more second here because there was some votes were coming in a bit later. So we'll give it a few seconds, but hopefully we're all having fun. 41 people in here. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us, having a fun time.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you're putting up with our little antics here. We are, like I said, going to get to in about like 15-ish, 20 minutes. We'll get into the Destination D23 stuff. And we'll talk about that, play some games. Llama Floof is going to revote for 2, changing the vote.
It's 2.
That's it. All right. We're going to put 2. Big Thundy at number 2.
Thundy.
Big Thundy. Next up is going to be Expedition Everest.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. That wasn't on my list that I thought you were going to pick.
There you go. I can surprise you still.
I was mistaken. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Expedition Everest. We got 1, 3, 4, or 5 left. 4. Are you not an Everest girly?
I am.
Okay. You're thinking that there's going to be some stuff maybe that's going to...
maybe there's some things that I like up there.
Okay.
So I want to keep it. Expedition Everest is one of those where I like it. I never think that it's like my favorite, and then I ride it and I'm like, that's so fun. You know?
It is very rough though, I will say. There are some points where you're kind of like, especially like there's that part where your head is like this going backwards, and then there's the part like when you like are about to unload, you know, and it's like they bring you forward and then you just like halt back.
I always like slam my head on the
I prepare myself for that. So Expedition Everest, like I said, either 1, 3, 4, or 5. Big Thunder right now is number 2.
Should I do a tally again? Or
sure.
No?
Yeah, do a tally. So we have 1 vote for number 2 from Laura, unless that was before, but number 2.
What did I vote for?
Yeah. Kennedy, number 3. Michael and Tina say 1. Amy and Llama Floof say 3. Anna says number 1. Sarah with a vote for number 3. Haley and Tommy vote number 4. Brandy says 4 only because the backwards part makes me sick.
Makes me sick.
Carolyn, number 3. Llama Floof is waiting for Tron, so it can be number 1. Maybe Tron is on here.
Tron's your number 1.
There we go. TNH number 4. Jason says number 3. Leah says number 4. Everest for Disney World Freak equals sickness. Justine says number 3. Kay says 5. Love it. So maybe then K means the other way. So like number 5 would be like the lowest.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stacy says I can't vote. 2 chicken to ride that. That is okay, Stacy. No problem at all. Yeah, this is one that I like. I really, really do like Everest. What are we sitting at with Everest?
We're at number 3 for Everest.
Number 3. I think that's a good spot. If there's no other votes. No, I just think that I would rank it around there. In terms of like a general, like a Disney roller coaster.
Consensus.
Everest seems like a good number 3.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we're going to do Test Track. Oh, yeah. Kate can change to 1. Yes, you can.
Test Track. I also wasn't thinking Test Track either that you were going to pick. So.
There you go. Disney World roller coaster. We'll touch on Test Track later on in our Destination D23 section. Disney World Freak also says number 5 for Everest and Kate. Yes.
Yeah, we changed it.
We changed your vote to number 1. Got it down. Test Track. I think this will be pretty. 5.
I don't enjoy Test Track.
Haley and Tommy say 5. There'll be lots of 5s. So we got number 1, 4, or 5 left.
Yep.
Haley and Tommy, Kennedy, Carolyn, Jason and Leah, Michael and Tina,
everyone's
and TNH. I'll go with 5. Amy says number 4. Llama Floof with a 5. Brandy and Anna all say 5, and then Justine says number 4. Is Test Track a coaster?
That's why I was shocked when you said it because I wasn't thinking it, but I guess it is considered because it's on a track.
Yeah, like on a track.
When you think about the last part, when I thought about the last part,
I guess you're right. That's fair. Maybe it's not a definition of a roller coaster, but I feel like also like, I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can't change it now.
No.
Don't worry, Brandon.
I guess
we're
maybe
putting
all
it
the
at
other
5
ones are more.
anyways.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 5. Sarah says 4 and Kay says 5. Llama Floof says the side character list was perfect, by the way. Wow.
Too predictable.
What? You know what?
It's all your favorites.
No. Pascal and Maximus and Olaf
are
not I like Maximus. My favorites would have been like Baloo,
Oh, yeah.
and Baymax and stuff.
Well,
which
it's like a mix of yours.
It's
and
a
my
mix, yeah.
favorites.
Thank you, Llama Floof. I appreciate that so much. Okay, test track, maybe a coaster, maybe not, but it's going to go at 5.
Burns number 5.
All right, we have number 1 and number 4 left. Slinky Dog Dash.
Are you gonna do us dirty?
Slinky Dog Dash, number 1 or number 4? Are we going to save that number 1 spot open for something else?
Yes.
Or are we going to put Slinky Dog at number 1?
I'm gonna put Slinky Dog as number 4.
Slinky Dog is number 4. Could I pull out a Barnstormer maybe?
Yeah.
Could I pull out a heavy hitter? Who knows?
I hope you pull out a heavy hitter.
All right, let's see. I think that it's going to be a lot of 4s because I think people want to save the number 1. Haley and Tommy, number 4.
Everyone's risking.
TNH and Carolyn, we're all going to risk it. Saying 4. Llama Floof, or sorry, Brandy says 1. I love Slinky Dog. I do too. Slinky Dog is great. Llama Floof says 4. Sarah and Michael and Tina say 4. Kennedy says hang on with number 4. Funny. Amy says number 4. Kay says number 4, and then Llama Floof says pull out a Tron. And Haley and Tommy say if it's not Guardians, I'm gonna be big mad, Brandon.
That's what I'm saving it for.
Kay says 4, and Justine says 4. Slinky Dog. I think it's gonna be number 4. Oh, 1-1 for Jason and Leah. Slinky Dog is good. I don't know. I think that I would probably have it like on this list right now. Like I would have it above Everest. I think I like Slinky Dog more than Everest. Maybe not though. I really, really do like Everest.
I have an idea for next live thing.
Yeah.
In the future, you should just put a bunch of them in put like a bunch of choices in like a chooser, you know?
Like a wheel?
Yeah, like a wheel.
Or like a hat?
No, yeah, a hat or like one of those things, those apps.
Yeah.
And so then you can also participate. And so it's like authentically like, I mean, you know that.
No, but you're saying so. Yeah, so we don't change it. It's just random. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Slinky Dog is going to be number 4. Thank you, Heidi.
Good job.
Slinky Dog Dash, number 4. All right, are we ready to see what our number 1 is? Are you sure? Guardians.
Obviously.
Yeah, has to be on here. I was going to put Tron down, but then I realized I just love Guardians way too much, and I wanted to include it somewhere in this live stream.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Cosmic Rewind. Do we agree with that?
It's the best roller coaster.
I wanted to save to see because I thought that like Slinky Dog like is kind of a good one where it could have been maybe 1 for people.
I feel like I don't know if people like it that much.
But then like I could have, I guess, pulled out like a Barnstormer. But so our list is going to be Cosmic Rewind number 1, Big Thunder Mountain number 2, Everest number 3.
Okay.
Excuse me, Slinky Dog number 4, and Test Track.
I feel like that's
number 5.
That's a good list.
Do we like that list?
I feel like everyone's doing.
Would anybody change anything about it? Maybe.
No.
But I think that's a pretty good list.
I don't think I would.
You don't think so?
Not for me.
I like it. Let's see what everybody has to say. Haley and Tommy are happy. I can see them at home. They're just like, yes. Cosmic Rewind. TNH, number 1. Carolyn, number 1. She's happy. And Kay with a number 1. Brandy says, Guardians is a good ride, but also made me sick. I know. I've heard that. There's a few times Sarah wrote it with us on our program, and she had like a hard time one time. We like walked up the stairs. She barely made it up the stairs. And then we sat on that bench for a while. Me and Sarah had some good moments like that, sitting there and just kind of eating an Uncrustable. Yeah. Llama Floof says, if you had to add any song to Guardians, what song would you pick? I don't know. This is such a hard one. I feel like we all know what my least favorite is. I've talked about it multiple times, which then consensus was that people really like that song and I'm kind of a hater, was what all my coworkers and people on our story said when I put it in our story. People like were offended because they love that song.
I still haven't gone conga.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
If I could add a song.
I have a song.
Okay.
My song is for Halloween. They should do Thriller because I feel like it'd be like,
you know? Yeah, I don't know why, because like we obviously didn't get to ride it for Halloween time, or sorry, for Christmas time, I mean, which I know people like either loved or hated that Christmas song. But yes, I think that Halloween would be good. Thriller is like a perfect one. That'd be good. I think. Oh, there we go. Oh,
I didn't know you guys were missing Kong.
No, that song's a stinker. Haley and Tommy would agree. That they don't like that song. I don't know. I think that I went like back and forth about songs like that I like. There's a lot of ones that play like at the end of the ride when you leave. And apparently someone there told me that those are the songs that were like rejected as like
potentials.
Yes, but then they picked like the other 5 instead. I don't know. I just like want something that's like fast. Like when I got conga that like first time, like I was so in shock, but then we got it like a second time with my people from work, and we were just like flying on that thing. Like I can't even tell you how fast it felt.
And
like
you were like, no, it's not good.
It was crazy. We were
really
like we were flying. If anybody has any song suggestions off the top of my head, I'm having like a hard time thinking.
But wouldn't Thriller be good? Because the start goes
would be so good. Yeah, it's got to be one that when you go backwards, it like really just like hits, you know. That's why that I'm like conga's good. September hits hard with that.
This one doesn't even fit, but like that, what's that song that we were saying today that we like, that Hey Yeah song? It doesn't even fit, but I'd be like,
and it's got to be like within that like Guardians era. Yeah, you know, like I even like in the new movie when they have like there's a lot of songs in there that I like No Sleep Till Brooklyn was good. I like that one. I don't know. That's a tough one. We'll have to sit on that and think about it. But we're gonna get into because I know that we'll talk long about the D23 stuff. We can come back to this if we do get through it quick. We'll come back to this, but we're gonna get into the Destination D23 stuff. Alexa says, when a cast member told me that Disco Inferno was a song, my mind went straight to the 50 Cent song. Very funny. Steve, welcome in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Don't work too hard.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to do our next game.
Oh, we're doing another game?
Yep. We're going to play a game now related to this stuff. Where's my little cursor? There it is. With Destination D23, because obviously a lot of things were announced here today, and we of course want to talk about it. We kind of didn't really know that it was all going to be announced like right away, but I'm just going to open up all my little visuals here and we'll kind of talk about it. I don't know, I'm just going to do it in like a random order here and then we'll get into this. But Destination D23 is kind of like a side thing of like the expo, where they do this like every other year that they don't do the big massive expo, and it's held at the Contemporary Resort at Disney World, and they talk about like all of the things I guess that are coming, but like on a smaller scale. So they don't really talk about like movies and stuff. It's more so just like park related things, and that was something that I think would be cool to be at, because obviously like you get to be there for a lot of things, and it's like a smaller scale of the big expo. And I think that it like would just be cool to be there. So we're going to talk about all of the things. Let us know if you have like seen the live stream that they did today, if you were watching it, if there are things that you're excited about. And then we're going to get right into this. Heidi, you were like sort of watching it, half asleep watching it. What did you think of the live stream?
Yeah, I was watching it half asleep because I was on my night shift
rotation.
Night.
Yeah.
And then we like came home, but then I was like trying to watch it because I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the things I was pretty surprised about. I was a little bit like, I don't know why they do this, because like I get that like they're just saying ideas, but I don't really like how like they go back on some of their ideas, because like why are you sharing them if it's just like a thought essentially?
I think like, that why they do stuff like that
makes me upset.
I think that why they do stuff like that is then because it like comes out that like if they like say something and then it like it's not received well, then they change it. That's honestly what I think.
Oh, really? So like it would be.
I think that maybe it's like we're gonna put this out there to see what.
Yeah, but
people
then the
think.
People who are excited, it's not nice because then they get sad.
Yeah.
So that made me a bit sad about some of the stuff. I was surprised by some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Overall, I think mostly positive.
Yeah, like I think it was good. I think that a lot of things that I had watched before the actual of like live stream was talking about like they got to kind of do like a big splash and they got to kind of like talk about some stuff. And I think that they really did like share some good stuff that people are going to be happy about, some stuff that people maybe won't be happy about. I think that like the hard part about this kind of stuff is that it's always going to be like divided, you know. Yeah. People will either love things or hate things. There's kind of not really like a middle ground, because you always kind of then think about like what could have been or what would have been like a better idea, you know?
Yeah.
But I think there are some stuff that we'll be excited about. We'll talk about them all here. I'm just going to pull up my last few things here, and then we'll get started on talking about all of the things that were announced at Destination D23. Has anybody ever been to Destination D23 or the Expo? Because we're going to talk about that as well. I would love to go.
Yeah, we both have not been. Brandon was supposed to go the year that like we started dating with his family, but then there was an earthquake, I think.
Yeah,
So
there was
didn't
earthquakes going, so we didn't go because the flight
is sad for
things
you.
got changed. Yeah.
But obviously you can't.
No, can't control that. So, my last thing here. So we're going to touch on each point. We're going to play excited or not, which means you're either excited or you're not. And it's kind of, I guess, we'll do like a thumbs up or a thumbs down as well. It can be a good thing, up or down. I think that'll be a good way to do it. Okay, so we're all ready. We're going to see our thoughts. Thanks for holding. Let's see. So many good announcements. They got to get that stockholder money. Yes, so true. Share the facts. Everybody agrees with you, Heidi. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Look at that. So glad to see us together and home safely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alexa says, no, we haven't, but on our list to do maybe next year. Hello. There we go. So this was the visual that they shared. Of course, we're celebrating 100 years of Disney. And that was the thing that we talked about, like as a cast member, we talked about 100 years of Disney. That was like a part of our training and stuff. We talked about how big of a deal that is, which is really true. Like when you think about it, like the 50th was a big deal for Disney World, but 100 years of a company is like pretty crazy, a very long time. So they shared this little visual. And of course, this was like yesterday and then today and now tomorrow at the Contemporary at Walt Disney World Resort. And this is, like I said, a smaller scale D23 Expo where they'll share maybe smaller things usually in years past and show previews of stuff. But I think this year they shared more than maybe ever before at a Destination D23 because I think they kind of want to drive up that interest. So Llama Floof is asking, what's on my shirt? And this is a shirt that I got. I don't really know how to show it here. We'll lower it down. It's like Mickey and Friends. And this was like one that was like sold out. I don't even know if it still is sold out, but they had like very limited sizes. So I went and got that when I was on my program. I picked that up the day that it came out because I love it. I think it's this whole collection, like I've said before, is I just will buy anything that comes in this collection. All right. So excited or not, thumbs up or thumbs down. And I'll talk about each of the things kind of here as we go. Again, I'm not an expert. I am going off what they kind of talked about at the event. I don't know any of the plans or any of the stuff. I just know what they said. And of course, all of you who saw the live stream will have known the same stuff. So the first thing is an attraction that I love so much, and that is Star Tours. And there will be new adventures coming to Star Tours in 2024 at Disney World, Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris. And I think that they said that those new adventures will include Ahsoka, which is fun, which is a show that's going on right now, which I want to watch, but I don't know anything about the animated stuff yet. So I haven't been able to watch those animated shows. So I don't really want to watch Ahsoka because I feel like it won't really be as good if you haven't watched the animated stuff. I could be totally wrong, but what are our thoughts, Heidi, on Star Tours getting new adventures? Are you up or down? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up?
Yep.
Why thumbs up?
Thumbs up because I think that it's not bad. It's
right.
It's one of those things that's it's not gonna
not change
much. Everyone's life, but it's nice to maybe have some people want to go see it if they like that kind of stuff.
I think that Star Tours, obviously, the whole joke on my program was that I would always ride Star Tours, partly because it was a low weight, but also I really do like it. I think it helps that I worked at the store after Star Tours, but I just think that the re-rideability of Star Tours, even if it's not a super thrilling attraction, you could get something different every time. I wasn't as lucky where every time my stuff was different, but you could.
I didn't know that before. That's why that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think adding new stuff with Ahsoka or different movies and stuff, I think is really, really cool because then it just leaves you wanting to ride it to get those things if you love those characters or those movies. So I think that's a cool one for me. Tommy's excited. Llama Floof says, you got this.
It's a little, I can see it on the phone. Oh. It's an emoji.
Okay.
It's a thumbs up emoji.
I did this before. You got this. So funny. Kim's not excited about it. That's okay. A lot of thumbs up though from everybody else. With some new additions to Star Tours, specifically Ahsoka, which was great. A lot of thumbs. Kaden, welcome. I see that thumb. So glad that you're here. T&H are also down on this one. That's okay. So Star Tours was kind of a smaller announcement, but something that they're going to be doing. Will be some new updates with Star Tours. Next up, the world of Frozen is going to open in Hong Kong on November 20th. Of course, we won't be there. and maybe we'll never get to go. Hopefully, one time in our lifetime. But we'll briefly touch on this. What are your thoughts, Heidi, on World of Frozen?
My thought is big thumbs up. Why do the parks overseas get everything that's cool? I don't understand. Like,
It looks
crazy.
really cool.
Everything I like is at those parks.
Yeah.
And it looks so beautiful. The video they showed, which they said, they were like, this is real. Because at first I was like, that doesn't even look real, but it was real. It's really how it looks. Looks so cool. I love Frozen. I love those parks. I would love to go there.
Yeah, I think like this image just looks like it is a concept art, but it's not. This is like the actual image of the land.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like,
look at the mountain.
The castle looks great. Yeah, like the frozen mountain up there.
Look at the little on the right. It's that.
Yeah, the Oaken's little sleigh ride.
So cute.
And then I
even have a boat thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
that's so cool.
They're gonna have their own version of like Frozen Ever After, but I think that it's gonna have the animatronics that are not like the screen face. It's like actual like animatronics, which is very, very cool. So I think this is like a big up thing. I know overseas right now they're doing lots of work with like Frozen, Tangled, and Peter Pan are big things over there that they're like doing like a Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea, I think it is, where they're gonna have like a whole new area with like Fantasy Springs with those movies. So I'm just like big ups on this one. I feel
like if we went there, I'd want to buy everything, which is like so funny because when I go to the parks here, like there's like the occasional thing that I'm like, oh yeah, but there I'd literally be like, what is everything?
Yeah.
You would need like 1 million suitcases
to bring all this stuff back. Crazy. Seriously. Steve says more Star Wars. Yes. Aaron is thumbs up on maybe World of Frozen or Star Tours or both. Haley and Tommy, thumbs up. Llama Floof, you'll have to translate for me, Heidi, the emoji.
Yeah, hard eyes.
Hard eyes, that makes sense. Hearts, pink heart shape. Or sorry, eyes, pink heart shape. That's so funny. Kim would love to see that one day. Caden and Kennedy are thumbs up. Carolyn says looks amazing. Everybody's up on this one, which I love. Stacy, Teenage, and Justine. Jason and Leah say good for them. I love that. Brandy, big thumbs up. And so is Laura. And then Llama Flu says, would you guys ever go to any other Disney park besides Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Yes. Short answer, yes. Disney World is just the easiest to go to. The flights are the cheapest of any like other location, which they're not even always that cheap. And I think it's just the easiest to get to.
And I feel like they let us, like, it's more realistic to stay there for a long time.
Yes, period of time. Yeah. So I
think.
But
yeah, we want to go at a lot of other places.
Maybe soon. Mm-hmm. Who knows? We'll touch on that maybe a bit later.
Yeah.
Yes. Short answer, yes. Would love to. I would love to go to all the parks in my lifetime. I think it's just like the travel, like it's so far, and to fly there would be long, but I think it would just be so cool. Like it'd be a totally different world. And I love how all this stuff would be new. And I just think, like you said, like the merch over there is just always so like amazing. So would love that.
I just don't get like, bring some of that over here. Like, why is our merch so not nice? Lots of it. I'm like, who would ever buy that? And then all their merch, I'm like,
well, that kind of happened though.
Literally buy everything.
That kind of happened with like Nuimos, where they first came over and they didn't really do well. Here. And then with the TikTok craze of like the elastic, like the hair elastic, now they're like insanely
Disney
popular.
Should pay whoever made that up.
Seriously. Laura, thumbs up. Like I said, Haley and Tommy say the animatronics for that ride look amazing. It's crazy. They really do. Like the Kristoff one that they showed where he's like strumming on that, like he looks like a real Kristoff. It's crazy. Big thumbs up. Dreams to go to other parks, especially see the Beauty and the Beast area. Yes, that attraction as well. I forget where that is. Maybe Hong Kong or Tokyo or Shanghai. One of those three looks amazing. Kim says, I just got to go to Disneyland Paris in July. Fun. How was that? I would love to hear about that. And Alexa says, how long is the flight to Orlando for you guys? It's like 2.5 to 3 hours, which is like manageable.
If you get a straight flight.
Yes. Which is every time that I've went and that we've went together has been just a straight flight.
No, I think one time it was layover.
No, not for me and you. Yeah, positive. Never.
Are you sure one time?
Never. This next topic is something that I don't know too much about, but Disney Cruise Line, which is a huge thing right now. Disney Cruise Line. They're just like adding ships left, right, and center here for Disney Cruise Line. I know people love Disney cruises. And it's a big thing for them. We have not done one before, but the new Disney ship will be called Disney Adventure, which is very cool. And they talked about that it's going to be a lot of like adventure movies with Disney, Pixar, and Marvel, aboard the ship. They also announced like the other day the Disney Treasure, like a bunch of stuff like with that. There's like a Coco restaurant, a Zootopia like ice cream parlor, a lot of things for the Disney Treasure, which is fun. But they are just, like Alexis said, pumping out ships. It's crazy. I think this is like a big market for them. Clearly, is cruises. So how do we feel, Heidi, about the Disney Cruise Line and the Disney Adventure? I mean, I guess it's hard to be down because we've never done one, but
I guess
thumbs up or down on doing a cruise.
Oh, at this stage in my life, I don't think I would do a cruise because I don't think that I'd find value in a cruise in this day and age. I'm just thinking like where I don't want to spend my money, and I don't think it would be a cruise. But I think that if like when we're older, maybe I'd want to do a cruise. Yeah. I don't know.
It's fair.
I also don't really know what a cruise does, like what you do on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise.
Eat food and hang out.
Cruises, so I don't know.
I think that this is one of those things where like, yeah, like I think people who do a cruise then like swear by a cruise and love it. I just think it's like the initial going and doing a cruise. I think when you can go to a park.
Yeah, I feel like I would like the part. I feel like the parts that I would like is like when you go on the cruise and you get off somewhere. I would like the getting off.
Right, which they also talked about that they have like
things or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that I forget like what it's called. Maybe Light Key at Lighthouse Point or something like that, or like Lookout Key.
I will say if I'm voting on this one, is this one only coming from Singapore? Because like I probably would never.
Never do it. I don't know. I guess maybe.
So.
Or it's just the one that's going from that area for now.
Yeah, neutral
on it. Teenage, they were hoping to do Paris in 1.5 years and eventually do all the Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Tokyo in one big trip. That's smart. I think that makes sense. Aaron says visiting Tokyo Disney in April. So hoping Fantasy Springs is open while we're there. Amazing. Wow.
I will say if I was going to do a cruise, I would do a Disney cruise though.
Oh, for sure.
Like I wouldn't do easily. Cruise, I don't think.
Yeah. Kim says, I did my first cruise and it was amazing. I really enjoyed Disneyland Paris. So neat to see. Awesome. Very cool. Alexis says they're pumping out ships. It's insane. Haley and Tommy say, cool. They have an additional cat to stop at on the cruises now. We want to go on a Disney cruise. I think that'd be fun. I just think it's like the initial of going to do it.
Additional K.
Oh,
I meant to say.
Got it. That's fair. Yeah.
Does that mean
their own island? Yes. Yeah. Brandy, thumbs up. Caden and Kennedy are kind of mad. Don't really care about the ships. That's fair. And Alexa says it's crazy how the cruise industry is doing better than ever before the pandemic. I really agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like everyone before didn't really talk about cruises. It was all like older people who would go on cruises, and now it seems like everyone's bumping.
Teenager up on it, and Carolyn says, "I've never gone on a cruise, but would love to experience it one day. I prefer the parks." So that's fair. That's how I think I feel.
Cruises are like very similar to just like all-inclusive like trips to like.
Right. I think that this is a good point. Haley and Tommy say like would be fun to do a big group on a cruise.
That would be fun.
Would love that. Kim says, I did a Europe cruise and it was amazing. The best of both worlds. That's cool. Alexa says, I was anti-cruise and then I went on one. LOL.
Yeah, I feel like I would need to go on one to see what it's like.
Yeah. Jason and Leah, big thumbs up. Laura is a thumbs down. And Carrie is a thumbs up. Depends on the cruise ship and activities because last cruise I did sucked. Stacy says that they're going on their first cruise in November. Can't wait. So fun. Teenage said, we thought the same, but the wish was our first cruise in February and we would do it again. That's what I've heard. People love Disney cruises. See, Justine loves it. Aaron says a cruise wouldn't really be a top vacation choice for me either, but it does sound really fun. The Coco restaurant on the Treasure sounds so cute. I agree.
I feel like I'm just too like, I want to be doing stuff. Like I have a hard time.
Right.
Just like chilling.
I think that like a Disney cruise, like you said, would be fun because if you love Disney, like all of like the touches on the ship would be cool. And now that they have like their own island that you can stop at, and also like Castaway Key is like another one. I think it'd be fun to like
I'm sure I'd like
see those
pools and stuff.
Yeah. All right. I think this one might be divisive. What do you think, Heidi?
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm just going to talk about this here because as someone who loves Zootopia, of course, the original idea last year at D23 Expo in California was that Animal Kingdom would be turned into, that Dino Land in Animal Kingdom would be turned into Moana and Zootopia. And then, of course, we had that explained and basically debunked at this D23 Destination D23. And we'll touch on that later on. But the update that we got was that there's going to be a show replacing Tough to Be a Bug inside of the Tree of Life Animal Kingdom that will be Zootopia with an animatronic Clawhauser
I
as
like
you
how
can
that
see
was
there.
like their advertisement, like their push,
Which
is happening in another park already.
yes, overseas there's the cool like animatronic Clawhauser that's like in the attraction. I think that this is one, of course, I love Zootopia. So I am pro anything Zootopia because I feel like we have no representation of it over like in the the US parks. Of course, it's like very big overseas, and I love how they're building that land. But I'll touch on what Haley and Tommy said because I think that I would agree with parts of that point. But are you up or down, Heidi, on a Zootopia show replacing Tough to Be a Bug?
I don't know. Like, this is one of the ones where I was mad about the fact that they like said, "Oh, we're doing all these things," and they talked about Zootopia, and then they didn't. Which I don't know really why they thought that like people were going to be like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy Zootopia is getting this big area in the park," because I don't think that adults necessarily like that's their favorite movie. So obviously people aren't going to be like excited about it, if that makes sense. But like it makes me annoyed because like you're making a Zootopia 2. So like obviously there's somehow potential with the children that they're going to like it. Yeah. But then like you go to Tough to Be Bug and you're going to put Zootopia in it, which like why is Zootopia now in the Tree of Life? I don't know.
That's my thing, is that I think that it's one of those things where you look at like the like idea of like the Tree of Life and like the Bug Show, I think is like fun because like you're going under the tree and then into the tree, and it's like the bugs, which makes sense. Like you're honorary bugs. I don't know how this will make sense like story wise.
I'm sure the actual show will be good.
It'll be great.
I think it'll be great. I'm just like the logistics of it makes me annoyed.
So we're gonna see what everybody has to say, and then I'll give my last little thoughts. Kennedy and Caden, I already know this. They are down on it. Justice for Tough to Be a Bug. Haley and Tommy say if it's taking over Tough to Be a Bug, I'm 1,000 or like 1,000,000% into it. I do think it would be a better land than Encanto, and we'll touch on that later on. Alexa says boo. TNH, thumbs up. Aaron says my BF is here sitting beside me watching too, and he just said he thought of Brandon when he saw Zootopia news. That's amazing. Thank you. Everybody always sends me stuff when there's like Zootopia stuff. It's like they send it to me, which I love because I'm like a big fan. I feel like that I won't take any credit, but I feel like I was like pushing hard for Zootopia for years, and now it's getting more popular. Alexa says that it has so much more potential. Carrie says down, no, it's Tough to Be a Bug is nostalgic and losing the classics, but it depends how it's going to be made. Brandy as well. I like Zootopia, but I don't want it to replace Tough to Be a Bug. I think that show is cute. It doesn't do anything for me. I like Tough to Be a Bug. Llama Flu says, I think it's an awesome change. It'll be a fun show. Magical Castle Company, welcome. Thanks for being here. Says, just understand why they don't retheme Conservation Station to Zootopia. There we go. Stacy says, I feel like changing it to Zootopia would make this attraction even more popular. I liked It's Tough to Be a Bug, though. Jason and Leah will miss that one. Hopefully they do it well. Alexa says, Heidi needs to be in the House of Representatives or whatever for Disney.
I'll apply.
Oh, there we go. Maybe it'll be like a way of travel. They go under the ground as transportation. Maybe. And Aaron says Brandon is the #1 Zootopia influencer. So here's my thoughts on this. I, of course, was excited when they were going to replace Dino Land, which I love. I love Dinosaur. It's one of my favorite rides. Mm-hmm. When they were going to put Zootopia there, I didn't know how I felt about like Moana. I didn't really know how that felt, but I was excited about Zootopia because I feel like it fits because they're animals and stuff. But then I was reading articles about people talking about it that people felt like Zootopia didn't fit with Animal Kingdom because they're too like human-like, and in the movie they're made out to be humans, not necessarily animals. They're like animals acting as humans. But then when we come to later on, which we'll discuss later about the Encanto and the Indiana Jones area, I don't necessarily know how those fit more than Zootopia, which is actually about animals. Is my thought process. Like Encanto is one of my favorite movies. I love it so much. It's like a top 10, maybe top 5 Disney movie for me. But I just don't know that it fits more than Zootopia. I know that they're doing like a tropical Americas area, which like fits more with like Africa, Asia, and then now this area. But I think that they are doing Indiana Jones as a cop-out to easily replace Dinosaur with Indiana Jones. Weird. That's what I think.
Encanto I can see because like the plants of like Isabella and like the obviously Antonio has the animals. Like you can kind of make it fit, but Indiana Jones, why are you even doing that?
And I like had saw some people like online saying that maybe they'll tap more into like the mythical aspect of Animal Kingdom, which like was supposed to like they were supposed to have like a mythical area with like dragons and stuff like originally. But I just like think that like Indiana Jones, like everyone's saying, is a mistake. I think that is
random.
just kind of random, and it is a cop out. I think it's an easy switch from switching Dinosaur to Indiana Jones because it's like almost the same ride system. It's the same ride vehicle. I just think that Zootopia,
like, just take down the ride if you don't want Dinosaur to be there and put a new ride in.
Haley and Tommy say it's so lazy. The math ain't mathin'.
Yeah, and it doesn't fit with Encanto. Like, oh, here's Encanto. Oh, Indiana Jones.
I think that like I guess like they're trying to like fit them in with like the tropical Americas. I honestly think that when they put out the Zootopia Moana, people were upset about Zootopia like taking over, and then they just axed it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I think people are going to be upset that it's replacing Tough to Be a Bug. I think though.
Yeah. And also, like,
the everyday person though won't care about Tough to Be a Bug because I think that nobody goes to that show anyway. But I think people will be happy about this because people like Zootopia and stuff. But I just think there's more potential, is kind of what everybody said.
Well, and like, I think that if the second Zootopia movie is good, then it could have been good.
Well, yeah.
Which, like, you won't know until the movie comes out. So, like, I get it. But, like, you know?
Magical Castle says Indy needs to be exclusive to Disneyland. I would agree. Not confirmed, I guess, Carolyn, but like pretty confirmed, I would say. Because in the concept art, which we'll show after, the Indiana Jones area is like where Dinosaur currently is.
I can't believe they're gonna have Indiana Jones. That just doesn't make sense.
So, it's tough because I love the Tropical Americas idea and vibe, but sad to lose the dinos. Llama Floof says Tropical Americas has so much potential. They could add a new animal trail with llamas. Very true. That's funny. Bring the llamas in Cusco. Seriously, just do a Cusco. So I don't know. I'm like, of course, excited that we're getting Zootopia stuff. I'm sad that it's not a land, though. I think that there's more potential to Zootopia, and now I'm worried because Zootopia, now if it's getting this representation, I'm worried that it won't get any more because then it'll be too much Zootopia. So I think that this will be the Zootopia extent that we're getting. At least
you can go to wherever the other one is.
Yeah, Shanghai. I'm gonna go. Anna says, so sad. I love Dinosaur. India is my favorite Disneyland attraction. So if they're gonna do it, I'd prefer it not be the Temple of the Wait, where am I at? For it not to be Temple of the Forbidden Eye, would be better to see him on a different venture in Disney World. I would agree.
Yeah, like, don't just do the same thing.
I agree. Like, I hope that it's not the exact same ride. I hope that there's like an extent of like maybe he's trying to get some other artifact that's like specific to that area that like fits more with Animal Kingdom. I don't know. I think, of course, any new thing is cool. I love Dinosaur though, and I will miss it.
Yeah, I like that, right?
But I necessarily don't know how much I love the only Zootopia representation being a show inside of the Tree of Life.
At least you still get something.
Get something.
I didn't think they were even going to do that.
Lava Flu says it'd be awesome to have a roller coaster themed Emperor's New Groove during the pull the lever scene. I would agree. But yeah, I was bummed about the land because I was excited about it. But nonetheless, we're going to move on. So sad. The next news is the Hatbox Ghost is coming to Haunted Mansion at Disney World in late November, which seems so late. I don't know.
You wish that they have it for like Halloween.
Well, like when I was on my program, there was rumors that this was coming in one of the days, and it was like kind of like one section had like a curtain around it or something, and people thought it was going to come, and then it just didn't come. So
was this guy used to be like? Was this guy ever at Walt Disney World?
No, I don't think so. I think he's like a Disneyland thing, like a Disneyland ghost. It'll be cool. Like, I like Haunted Mansion. I think it'll be fun to see, but it just seems like it's taken so long. Haley and Tommy say makes no difference to me. Oh well, but not releasing for Halloween is crazy.
It's kind of funny, like that they like are like they make so much effort to like add this one thing to the ride, and again, it's kind of like, why are you making so much effort to like add this in when like people already like Haunted Mansion? Is it really going to change anything? Like, obviously, I'm excited to see it, but like, you know, it just seems like they could be focusing their time on something else.
Yeah.
If it's going to take this long.
Yeah, Kennedy says excited, but I have no clue why it's taking so long for one animatronic to be added. I would agree. Everything just popped up here. Brandy, thumbs up. Anna says another Disneyland classic that I wish could have stayed only over there. Yes,
it's like an incentive to go see it.
I agree. That's kind of how like I feel about some stuff. Whoops, as we move on to this one later on. But like I like when stuff stays like authentic or like an original like to one of the parks, and it
Mhm.
stays over there like for certain things. I feel like a minor thing like the Hatbox Ghost seems like it should have just been over there, you know?
Yeah.
Magical Castle says I feel like they dropped the ball. Agree. Carrie says it's too late for it to come out in November.
Just seems random. Like, oh, here you go for Christmas.
Yeah, Caden says the curtain has been up since early August. Should be sooner. Yeah. Stacy says I feel like they should have had this ready when the movie was out.
Oh, that's another thing. Why did they even release that movie when they did as well?
Yeah.
No one is seeing it because nobody even knows that it's out. And why didn't you release it on Halloween?
I haven't
so that
seen it
normal
yet.
people who don't know about Disney, which I mean, how do you don't know Disney? But you know, you don't follow it, they would go see it. Anyways,
yeah,
that's
perfect.
rant.
Yeah, perfect Halloween
now
movie.
I'm just ranting about everything.
Nice addition. Lama Flu says you think they'll change the narration as well? Maybe they'll add something in there. TNH thumbs up. Kim says, now that you've worked at Disney, did it change any of your opinions or were you surprised by anything? I think that like Disney fans, like, so Disney cast members are also fans. So I think that you all, like, everybody has their own like ideas for things or things like that they would want to see. My stuff didn't really change about like things that I would want to see. I just think like that you can never put yourself into the minds of like the like Imagineers that come up with stuff. But I think when you're a cast member, like you see certain things maybe that are surprising that are so popular. Like, for example, like in Toy Story Land when I worked there, like the number one thing that sells is like Slinky Dog, which helps that it's like the attraction is there. But you would think that it's like Woody and Buzz and stuff, but it's all Slinky Dog. Like everybody wants Slinky Dog or Jessie. Those are the two characters
Jessie
that like, oh yeah, Jessie dolls, they sell out, gone. Slinky Dogs, gone. So it's like, it's interesting to see that kind of stuff where like what stuff is popular, which I think then comes into effect, like what they do with attractions, which is like a small thing, but like working in merchandise, I think that I really noticed that where like what stuff is super popular and how does that relate to like
sales and production.
Yeah, like in different things that they come up with.
That's
so
cool.
There's no reason to add it, says Haley and Tommy. Thumbs up, but not as exciting as some of the other news. Anna says he has such a rich history over there, he won't be as meaningful to the Disney World crowd, I think. I would agree. I think that Disneyland seems like a place where there's like a very rich history and like little things like that mean a lot. And okay, also, why are they putting him in before the seance? I don't know. There's a method to the madness of stuff, I guess, sometimes. But the Hatbox Ghost, nonetheless, is coming at the end of November.
Yes.
Just in time
We're still excited.
Yeah, of course. I just think that there's like certain stuff that I'm like super excited about.
Yeah.
And then some stuff that it's like, it's cool. But like, if you're like a Disneyland person or you've been there, like, and you see certain things, I think like we kind of said about like Indiana Jones moving over here and like other things, like, I think that people just like when stuff is its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these will kind of go through quicker. The next one is that a Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge will be coming to Adventureland. And it's going to have the parrot or like the Barker bird that was outside of the attraction before will be featured in this
what
lounge.
Kind of parrot was it? Like, I know what it looks like, but like, what was he doing outside?
I don't know if it was like an animatronic. I honestly don't know too much about it.
I've seen it on pins before.
Yeah. So I guess he's going to be prominent in this lounge. I think that Magic Kingdom needs some more food options
and drinks.
And drinks.
Have drinks.
Maybe.
You would hope so.
The rum.
Well, seriously, like,
yeah, Magic Kingdom's one of those where
it's lacking on that.
They don't.
Revenue, I think.
Yeah, because I think that's the whole point is that they don't really want it
people?
to be that kind of park. That's why they have Epcot
Ooh.
and Hollywood and Animal Kingdom where you can drink and stuff. So I think Magic Kingdom is more so not. There's a couple sit downs I think now where you can, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I would agree, Haley and Tommy, I'll just pull this one up quick. Any dining addition to MK is needed. I would fully agree. We noticed that with our trip this time that to add something new like this, I think will be great. And who knows, maybe there was rumors as well that Pecos Bill will turn into Tiana's Palace.
So because I don't like Pecos
Bill. Which
Bill.
Would be great.
No offense.
Haley and Tommy say very excited. Kennedy, thumbs up. Kaden and Carolyn and Llama Flew for all thumbs up. Stacy says very cool. Pirates is my fave Magic Kingdom ride. Jason and Leah thumbs up. And Carrie is also thumbs up. Will be well needed and be cool for a new alcoholic drink. I think this is a great idea. I think it's awesome. Whether it's going to be at Tortuga Tavern or somewhere else, which was like has now been closed. I think this is a great addition and something that's very like small scale, but like goes a long way, I think, in terms of like other things that were announced. I think this is like a smaller scale thing, but we'll have like a lot of payoff and a big reward. I think it's going to be great. So I We'll move on to our next one here, which a lot of people were excited about, is going to be Test Track will be reimagined. So Imagineers, along with the teams from Chevrolet, are looking back to the original World of Motion for inspiration and bring the spirit of we'll be bringing the spirit of optimism to the next iteration of the attraction. Very cool. And Haley and Tommy say, if it can be like Nomad Lounge and MK, that is perfect. I would agree.
Yeah,
I think it'll be
cute.
great. What are your thoughts on the new Test Track? I'll bring this back up for a second. I'm excited about it. I'm not one of those people, though, that like, I think that there's people that are like super attached to old Epcot, either because they went like often as a kid or they just like that history. I don't know like enough about the old Epcot of like Horizons and like the universe of energy and like Body Wars and all those things. I know nothing about that. So I think that like Test Track is like fine. It's not one of my favorites. I don't hate it, but people loved before when it was like a Test Track like dummy where like that was the whole idea. So I'm excited what they change it to, because clearly they've heard that people don't love the new Test Track. Although it's always a long wait because I guess Epcot just doesn't have enough stuff there, but I'm excited to see what this will be. What about you, Heidi?
I'm very excited. I was pretty surprised that they were talking
They announced
about
this. Yeah, this was like random.
It was random, but I'm very excited. I myself, not really a huge fan of Test Track. Like, I'll go on it, but it's not my favorite.
Maybe this will improve it for you.
So I'm excited for this actually, because I think it'll make me like it a lot.
Yeah, like I think this like a little concept art here looks
fun.
Great. It looks fun. Looks like very like naturey outside, which is great. Yeah. I'm also noticing that they spelled breaking wrong, which I have been staring at this whole time.
Joke? Like I was confused.
Oh,
like,
obviously. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, look at them spelling stuff wrong, but it makes sense. Break like a car. Wow. Embarrassing. Thank goodness Haley and Tommy say Llama Floof. Thumbs up. That's fun. I love Test Track, says Kim. Brandy and Carrie and Jason and Leah all thumbs up. Kennedy doesn't like the current version, so thumbs up. Caden, the same thing, doesn't care for Test Track, so anything is an improvement. Carolyn is a thumbs up, and Alexis is laughing at me because I thought that Disney spelled something wrong when really it was purposefully spelled wrong to be a little pun about cars. Fun. All right. Next up.
This is great.
Starting tomorrow, you can meet Figment.
Starting tomorrow.
At the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot, which again was one thing that this took a long time. This took a whole year to be able to meet Figment.
Yeah.
I think he's cute. I'm excited to meet Figment. He's very like, I didn't really know. I think that like the whole thing with like Figment was nobody knew, was it going to be like
the little guy?
Yeah, like a small guy. Would it be like a big guy? Is like the Dreamfinder guy going to be there? But I'm really into it, like Haley and Tommy said, because I think he's just like so funny.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to meet him. I love how he has like the sweater on, and I'm excited for like his little backdrop and stuff. I think that it's going to be fun. And we all know I love meeting characters, so I will definitely be meeting Figgy at some point. And I'm that's funny. Kennedy is thumbs down on the Figment, I think. So sad, Kennedy.
Like Figment.
Haley and Tommy say I'm into it. He's so goofy looking. Carolyn is thumbs up. And Magical Castle says, what took so long? Knitting a sweater. That is so funny. I think, though, it is kind of crazy how it took that long, like, especially when Disneyland gets like Disneyland gets like characters like the next day. Like when a Marvel movie comes out, you can meet Wanda Disney in Avengers Campus. So I don't really know what takes so long. I guess I've heard that it's more of a logistics thing because characters are very popular to meet and greet at Disney World versus Disneyland. They like a lot of the times roam around and don't have set meet and greet areas. But I think this will be great. It'll be something fun. I think that people love Figment, and I'm sure his line's going to be busy to meet him. So we'll see what people think. Brandy says, so excited about this. This was the best announcement of all of them. I love Figment. Jason and Leah are down on it. Stacy, which is what Heidi was laughing at, says, what a weird and awkward thing to meet him. But if you're into meet and greets, very funny. TNH, thumbs down. Kim says, I like meeting characters, so it'll be fun. Justine is up on it. Anna says, happy to see nods to the original Epcot. Also just love Figgy in general. I would agree. He is so great. Alexis says that Disneyland gets it all overnight, which is true. They do. It seems so crazy. It's like with like the Hulk thing. They're like, you want to meet the Hulk, you can meet the Hulk like now at Avengers Campus. And it was like, wow, this is crazy. So
Yeah, and you actually had to like do stuff.
yeah, meeting Figment. The next one, another
This is
divisive one.
shocking.
I was stunned when I heard this mentioned at the
I
panel.
thought that they were mentioning it for a different reason.
So Country Bear Jamboree will now be turning into Country Bear Musical Jamboree, which will have new songs and a new act with favorite Disney songs in different genres of like, it'll be like a New Orleans blues, like a something like Louisiana blues maybe or something. And it's going to have all your favorite, Nashville. It's going to have all of your favorite bears just reimagined with new songs. I think that means that they're going to be getting rid of the version that it is now, and it will be replaced as new songs.
They're like redoing even with like, because Brandon was saying the animatronics are not going to be redone. I don't think that they can just reprogram the animatronics that easily. Like, I really don't.
That's fair. I feel like it'll be a quick turnaround though, and I also noticed that Liver Lips McGrowell is now Romeo McGrowell, so they're changing some names.
I was shocked when I heard this, like in my slumber. When I
heard they Country
said
Bears,
I got up, I opened my eyes, I listened. I thought they were gonna say it's done. I was like, no way. Then they said this, and I was like, what the heck is that? I feel torn about it because I love the original. I think it's hilarious. I love all the characters. I just think it's so funny. And so I'm gonna be sad that the old songs probably won't be in it, but I'm also happy that they're doing stuff with it because I'm hoping that it means I'll get more merch about it from it.
I think that what's hard about this one though is that I think that they're doing this as like a way to get more people to want to see Country Bears, but then I think that you're going to make the original fan base of Country Bears upset.
Yeah.
Because I will say I'm a big advocate for Country Bears. I know Heidi is too. I showed multiple people Country Bears for the first time on the program. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny. I think it like pushes all the right little buttons and areas. I think it's so amazing. So I don't know how I necessarily feel about them changing all the stuff. I wish that it maybe was like they added on to it maybe instead. But I think that it's one of those that like we'll have to wait and see. I think it'll be something fun. I don't really know how I feel about like changing names of the bears and stuff, but we'll see what people think here. Mm-hmm. Magical Castle says, thumbs down. Why can't the Disney World classics be left alone? They don't mess with the Disneyland classics. I'm not happy. That's fair. I think they always are changing and updating Disney World stuff. So I'm right there with you. Caden is thumbs up. Kennedy's thumbs down. Haley and Tommy say that I like it. I think it'll be super fun. Alexis likes it as well. Jason and Leah thumbs up. Kim is thumbs down. LOL. Anna says, nope, not happy. Also, why are they renaming some of the bears? Not sure.
Yeah, why are they renaming some of the bears? I don't
know.
Like that.
Yeah, Liver Lips is fun.
Is Wendell always with Teddy? Like, I never noticed that.
No, I guess maybe it's just on the poster. They're just adding some together. Unpopular opinion, maybe, but this show needed help. Anything would be an improvement.
Where
Llama
are the
Floof.
girls also? Are they not?
Their names are listed under Trixie.
Okay, good. I was gonna say what.
Llama Floof says, I think that change is good in the parks as long as themes and stories get executed well. I'm happy. That's fair. I would agree. And Haley and Tommy would agree as well.
This made me die. And then Haley and Tommy said, OMG Llama, that type made it so weird.
Lame Floof. Oh no. Haley and Tommy. Carrie says hit or miss, would love to see how it goes. Yeah. And Magical Castle says, I also think they want to sterilize the script. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think it's that. But then why do they still got in Haunted Mansion? They got the scary thing when you look up.
Yeah.
Seems like that would go first. But I think that is part of it. You're right. Magical Castle is to get rid of that. So we'll move on to our next thing, which I'm excited about. We don't know too much about this, but I will take anything that I can get related to this topic. And it is that Avengers Campus is going to have a new attraction, which they talked about like back at D23 Expo with like King Thanos and all of the Avengers and like a multiverse story. But they showed the ride vehicle that it's like a take on like Tony Stark's tech as well as like
that's what the ride vehicle is.
Yeah, as like the like Xandarian jump points and like Wakanda tech as well to create this ride vehicle that allows you to jump the multiverse and go to different points in time along with your favorite heroes. Now, people online, because I did like a lot of little research here before, think that this is going to be either something like a Cosmic Rewind, where it's like a roller coaster type attraction, or it's going to be something like a flight of passage where you're all kind of sitting in this vehicle and it's like a simulation where
So,
like it really
Star
feels like,
Tours,
but I think that you're moving maybe, or it's like, I don't really know how it's going to work. This ride vehicle to me looks a lot like,
though.
Yes, it looks a lot like the Cosmic Rewind vehicle, but I don't really know.
The fact that it looks like it's jumping through, and they literally said jumping
the Xandarian,
points.
Jump points. I think though that I don't think it's going to be the same because there's like 3 or 4 people in a row. So I don't think that it's going to be like a Cosmic Rewind. Unless this is just early on. I don't really know. I'm excited about this though. I am like big up on this. This is one of my favorite things of the whole day because I remember way back when they announced Avengers Campus, they were going to do like a flight of passage style with like a battle of Wakanda where you'd fight alongside the Avengers, which I was like so stoked about. But then they had like gotten rid of that, and then last year obviously like announced this like King Thanos thing, but then I had heard that was also not going to happen. So now that they're still talking about this and now it's confirmed with this ride vehicle, I am so stoked about this. I cannot wait for this. I'm like big thumbs up, and I've never been to Avengers Campus.
I'm glad
but I already know.
Kept
Same
idea because
we need an Avengers. Like I think that like Star Wars gets a lot of love with like Rise is incredible and like the whole land. Mm-hmm. And obviously like Avengers Campus looks super cool, but I think it needs like a big attraction. Yep. And I'm hoping that this is like a big knock your socks off. Like, wow, that was crazy attraction.
It really should be.
I agree. So we got big thumbs up here and then 1 thumb up. I love that. Kennedy has lots of thumbs up. So does Caden and Carolyn. Haley and Tommy say, cannot wait. It'll make that area of the park filled out nicely. Anna says yes with a thumbs up. Alexis, yes, please, because Avengers Campus is lacking. Carrie, thumbs up. Carolyn says Avengers Campus needs another ride. I'm excited for this. Magical Castle, hey, anytime. Let's go do it. Whenever this opens, I need to be there. I want to go. So let's do it, please. Kim says Marvel doesn't do anything for me. Didn't go to Avengers Campus in California or Paris. That's okay. I think that Marvel is one of those where you either super love it because there's like so much, or you're kind of in the middle, but like maybe some people just don't care for it. It's one thing. Like it's probably like my favorite like thing. Obviously Disney I love, but like I really love Marvel, and I get so excited, and I cannot wait to see what this actually means. If it's like a Cosmic Rewind, I think I'll be excited, but I also wish that it's maybe something new and different, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know, but I also don't want it to just be like a Star Tours, like a simulation. I think that's kind of then not
the peak potential. I just don't get that ride vehicle. Why is it blocked off on the sides?
I don't know. We shall see. We're coming to the end of a few things left here, but we have the new name for the new Epcot Nighttime Spectacular called Luminous, the Symphony of Us. And this will be debuting on December 5th at Disney World with fireworks, fountains, lasers, and lighting effects, and of course, music. You know that myself and Heidi are big Harmonious fans, and we loved Harmonious so much. And we miss Harmonious. We watched Epcot, what's it called? Epcot Forever. Didn't do it for us because we again aren't people that like love the old Epcot stuff. Like we don't know like much about it, so we don't have like an attachment to us. But I hope that this is Harmonious 2.0.
Yeah, it better be. That's what I'm saying.
Because Harmonious and Luminous are kind of like a same name.
Same.
I hope it's just Harmonious 2.0.
Hopefully they literally just play Harmonious and pretend that everyone forgot that.
It'll be new stuff, but I hope it's just as good as Harmonious, because Harmonious I think is maybe
just get rid of Harmonious because people don't like that.
No, they got rid of it, I think, because it was like a 50th offering.
I know, but they could have extended it until they had this show. I
think that people didn't like the barges a lot, so they got rid of it.
Makes me sad.
Yep. So Luminous, a Symphony of Us. Kennedy is down on it. I'm so sorry, Kenny, that you don't like it.
Maybe she wants Harmonious.
Maybe she does, or she likes Epcot Forever. Haley and Tommy say, I'm so over the rotating door of Epcot shows. Just give me Harmonious.
Harmonious was so good.
Huge Harmonious fan, but interested in this. We'll see. Caden says, it depends on if it's better than Harmonious or not. Haley and Tommy say, bring back the barges. Yep. And Stacey says, give us the barges. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Welcome, and thanks for being here. I love it. Hopefully you're having a great birthday. Carolyn says, I think the name is pretty. Carrie says, hopefully it's beautiful. Jordan, welcome in, says, here on my DCP and seeing Disney for the first time makes me sad. They are changing things. Well, hopefully you're having a great DCP, enjoying your time. I obviously did my CEP, so savor every moment of it. and just enjoy it. Go to the parks like as much as you can. Like people call me crazy for going every day, but you go and do it. Go as much as you can. Have a great time. Have so much fun. Yeah. Llama Floof says the people who want the barges want to watch the world burn. I love the barges. I love Harmonious. So yeah, Luminous will be coming at the end of the year, and I'm excited. I love any new things. So like a nighttime show sounds great to me. Okay, now we're gonna get into the meat of this, which
if they
was
didn't have the water in the middle of Epcot. Like they would have so much more. Like
they have lots of space. Yeah.
Space.
Okay, this is like the part at the end that everybody was waiting for. This was kind of like their big swing. Was talking about the Animal Kingdom expansion.
Image.
This is the image. So as you can see, where the little temple is on the top right and like the fog on the right, that is the entrance to Dino Land, is what like the digging that I did online, people said that is the entrance. The big building right there is like the boneyard area, and then the temple on the top is where Dinosaur is. So that's why people think that.
Wait, where is the entrance? I thought you said the temple is the entrance.
I'm going to show you. So right up here, can we see my little cursor on here? I don't really know. So this is right up here. That is the entrance for Dinosaur.
So what you? Oh, that's the entrance for Dinosaur. Where
yes,
is
the entrance for the land is here.
Oh.
Right. So when you come in, then Dinosaur's on the right, and like that boneyard and stuff. That is what I've been told online in my little research that I did very quickly. So that like little temple area is presumably the Indiana Jones area, which is going to be maybe the dinosaur like retheme. And then on the left, you can see the casita from Encanto and all of the beautiful flowers. And I think this area looks beautiful.
What's that right there?
I don't know. Maybe like a little town village. I think this is like early on stages, but I really, really think that it's beautiful. I don't know necessarily like too much about it. Of course, like none of us do. But I think it looks really nice. I think like the idea for like the tropical Americas has lots of potential. I of course love Encanto, but I don't.
Are you gonna walk through the?
I don't know.
Casita? Like what's that gonna be?
I think people think that's gonna be like the attraction entrance will be like the casita. Ooh. So we shall see.
Interesting.
Caden is big thumbs down on this retheme. Justice for Dino Land. Haley and Tommy say, I think it'll be beautiful and more entertaining than current Dino Land USA, but should have left Indy and Disneyland Resort. I agree. Kenny says, a justice for Dr. Seeker. Llama Floof says, fifth gate should just be Dino Land. That's funny. Agreed. Tropic Americas is great. Indiana is meh. I agree. Kim says, I'm excited for a new area for Animal Kingdom, but it needs a ride, not only Indiana Jones. And Carolyn says, I haven't gone to Disney World yet, and Dino Land is something that I was really excited for. I think this looks great, but I hope it's not replacing all of Dino Land. Jason and Leah, thumbs up. And Stacy says, bring on Encanto. So this is, again, I would say pretty close to a confirmation that this is what we're getting for Dino Land.
I wonder how long that's going to take.
Yeah, a few years.
A long time, I feel like.
So Encanto and Indiana Jones is allegedly what's happening.
I feel like it's going to be, I feel like they're going to have a hard time when they have to close everything down to like redo it all.
I think though, like Dino Land doesn't really have much in it now.
I guess.
So I think it's not really going to like, it'd be different if you're closing like Pandora. All of Asia. Yeah, like or Pandora. I think this is just like,
okay.
Of course, like Dinosaur will take a lot away. I love Dinosaur too. I will be sad that we'll miss it. So I'm going to.
I feel like it's also like a lot of area back there though. Like a lot of.
Yeah. So this is again, like presumably the entrance for Dinosaur will be the little temple, which will now.
Okay. Yeah. That actually does look like Dinosaur when you think about it.
Will most likely be Indiana Jones. We shall see.
I don't like that part.
I love Dinosaur. Dinosaur is one of my favorite like attractions. So I'm sad to see it go. I love Encanto, but I just think that
they should have kept like a little portion of Dino Land for like the original people who like Dinosaur as well as Dino Land, like a few games, you know, a few whatever.
They just can't because then it's not a land. They got to do whole land.
They don't got to do a land. They can just have a section.
And then coming to the end, like of this, they didn't really like touch on this. They briefly talked about this just like without showing an image. This is from last year's expo, but this was like the what be like lies beyond Big Thunder Mountain. Ooh. So this was like the Coco, Encanto, and like the villains area. This was the concept art from last year. This was like the blue sky thing. And they briefly touched on it when they brought in like the guy who I guess he like again like runs like Imagineering. He had worked like before for Imagineering and then left and is now back. And he said when he came back, like two big things obviously was this and like the Dino Land thing. So he briefly just said that there is lots of a potential behind Big Thunder Mountain, and that this will probably be the biggest expansion in all of that park and on the same level as Galaxy's Edge and Pandora.
Wow.
Which seems like it's going to be a very big deal. And I think that Magic Kingdom is obviously the most like visited park in the world of all of like theme parks. But I do think that it needs some love. I think that it's obviously there's lots of like smaller things, but I think having like a whole big area will be amazing. Now, the thing is, though, if we're getting Encanto at Animal Kingdom, that means this whole area of Encanto probably won't be there and either could be replaced by something else, or we'll just like allow for more expansion of like either Coco or the villains.
The only thing that I don't really... Oh, sorry.
No. So, yeah. So hopefully maybe like next year's Expo, they'll maybe touch more on this stuff. But yeah, they didn't really talk too much about this, but I wanted to bring this up because now that Encanto is more than likely confirmed for Animal Kingdom, this will now kind of change these plans.
I just don't really understand because like nowhere else in Magic Kingdom is it like a whole area. So like why is Coco or even Encanto, like why were they gonna have their own whole area when like Tangled has like a bathroom?
Yeah, like I think it was gonna like be more so maybe like
that doesn't really fit in Magic Kingdom in my head.
Yeah, like I think that maybe that's why maybe they won't do all of this. I think if they did like a villains area, that is like the best idea.
Sense.
That idea is
and
incredible.
Then they can have multiple villains
areas where it's like I don't know like what they'd call it, but
it's just like it doesn't really make sense because everywhere else it's like Fantasyland.
That's a magical castle scene. Like, we'll get to that for sure.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Haley and Tommy say, I need a timeline ASAP so we can go ride Dino all day. I agree. I love Dinosaur so much. We enjoy Dinosaur, but Dino Land does need to be updated and changed. Llama Flu says, I think they should make it a villains area only. Back there, they can do so much with it. Stacy says, I want it all. I want all of this beyond Big Thunder. I hope it happens. We need more villains representation. Haley and Tommy say, I think having what lies beyond Magic Kingdom being all villains makes so much sense. I agree.
And then it could be like more like secluded, and it's like, oh, like back here's secret, and then back there. Yeah,
Magical Castle says it needs to be a land to keep the Magic Kingdom land theming.
Like a dark land or something.
Yeah. Like the vibes shift from light and fun to dark and dramatic. Yes. Villains Park is neat. I agree. I think that like the Coco thing, the only thing that I can see about Coco is that it like blends Big Thunder with something. But I think I like the ideas that everyone's saying here, where like it's like more just like what lies beyond Big Thunder Mountain, and this like ominous place is like a villains area that lies outside of Magic Kingdom. I think that
then
makes so much sense.
It's like a separate thing.
I think that would be so popular, and I think has so much potential. And even just like looking, like I'll pull this up one more time. This concept art, like you can see like the graveyard from like Scar, like Lion King kind of right here. And like maybe this is crazy. like Maleficent's castle or something like in the distance.
What's that on the left?
Like this is like the Coco area. Like I'm pretty sure is this little area when you walk in, and then this as well, and then Encanto's over here.
Yeah, so, no, they just need to can that stuff. And
Haley and Tommy say maybe that makes sense though, like to take a bridge to the other side with Coco, and then it's all villains.
Oh. Okay, well that makes sense with the bridge.
Maybe it's like it's a bridge where like you go and then it's like the Coco place that connects, like you said, Magic Kingdom, but then there's like a dark area that's like maybe farther behind Coco.
Okay, that makes more sense because I wasn't really understanding.
I do agree though with what Magical Castle said about like the lands, like all of them, like obviously Tomorrowland, Adventureland, like what would this be? We shall see. But I'm excited about this. I think this has so much potential. I think this will either be a slam dunk or a miss, and I hope that it's a slam dunk.
It's gonna have to be a slam dunk. I feel like they need it.
Yeah, maybe the bridge goes to TS Land. I think you guys are onto something. Oh yeah, the island. Sorry. I think this will be great. Teenage say, what bugs me is the more changes they seem to be making is leading to the same IP being used all over the place at different parks instead of being together. That's fair. I think though, like the villains thing, that would be something totally new and different, and I think fits so well with Magic Kingdom. Because it's like ominous, like what's beyond this mountain is this like,
and I feel like they could like
place.
I feel like they could make it like very like outside of Magic Kingdom, like make it feel like it's not a part of Magic Kingdom.
I think so.
And they could hide a lot of it, or they could just make like things stick out.
I like, like, and I'm not even a super big like villains person, but I just think being like immersed in like a scary place And then Magical Castle says New Fantasyland was supposed to be huge, but it was a dud in my opinion. It's fair. So hopefully this is on level of like Pandora and Galaxy's Edge.
Hopefully.
We
I
can
think
hope.
it could be.
I think that it could be. So we'll move on to the last thing, which is that D23 Expo, which is now not even called D23 Expo. It's called D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. So they got rid of the Expo word. Is going to be a month earlier, August 9th, 10th, and 11th next year in 2024. And like I said, they've changed it from the Expo to just the Ultimate like event. It's just called D23. That's it. It of course last year though did say D23 Expo, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. Now they've gotten rid of the Expo, which is a big thing because what I'm going to say, because I'm going to pull this up, is this is the little write-up. I'm going to just pull this over and drag it over. We'll make this big like this, blurry, but a little bit. But so D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, is coming to Anaheim August 9th, 10th, and 11th. We're taking all the things you love about the D23 Expo, the exhibits, the shows, the shopping, and taking it to a whole new level. We're expanding beyond the Anaheim Convention Center with multiple days of experiences throughout the city of Anaheim, including a kickoff celebration at Disneyland. It's a Disney fan event like no other.
What's the kickoff celebration at Disneyland?
We don't know.
Wow.
So
crazy.
Yeah, this was what they announced. Obviously, there's not really too many details yet. More details will be to come about this. I did hear, though, when I was doing my research that the Honda Center, which is like an arena, is where they're going to hold all of the big panels instead of just at the Anaheim Convention Center. We shall see if that's true, but I think that it's very, very cool that they're going to be doing this. I'm interested why it's a month earlier. We shall see if that plays a role in maybe like the booking of different venues or doing stuff at Disneyland, or kind of what their whole thought process is with that one. But what are your thoughts on the Expo?
Me?
Any thoughts? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for the Expo. I'm a bit sad about the date changed. Actually very stressed, if I'm going to be honest.
For Heidi, yeah.
Because my placements end.
What I'm going to say is...
Oh, yeah, we're trying to go.
We're trying to go to D23 Expo. It's like pretty much...
That's like our goal is
with,
to go with some people.
Right here.
So, yeah, I'm very stressed out. Because,
maybe they're like, we're not going anymore. Haley and Tommy are like, no, we don't want to go.
Oh, yeah. Because my placements end the 10th of August. So I don't know. I ended an elective. So some people before have said that you could like get it done early.
Oh, you're going to done early.
Stressful.
But anyway.
But I'm excited about the actual event.
We are most likely going to go to D23 Expo next year, which is like our big thing of the year. Obviously, every like year as of lately, we've done like a big thing, and it's mostly Disney World. Mm-hmm. This time it's going to be this expo because, of course, it runs every couple of years. And this was something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It was a goal that we had last year and this year. So that's kind of a big announcement for us. And we'll, of course, talk more about that later on because it's a whole year away. But Stacy says sorry, this one first was what I meant to say. The movie, I like the movie Descendants. They have the two worlds is what Carrie said, the good and the bad. And then Stacy says that the villains are just as important as our heroes. I would agree. And Haley and Tommy said that they'll get it done for you.
Thank you.
Somehow. This is what I was going to say as well. We wanted to go when it's like Oogie Boogie Bash, which was in September, which was when
going to be all encompassing.
It was going to be the Expo, Disneyland, Oogie Boogie Bash. But now that it's a month earlier, there'll be no Oogie Boogie Bash.
It kind of just put a dent in the like plans, which is fine because we're going to figure it out, even if I have to fly out the morning that it's happening. I don't know. We're gonna make it work. Alexis says that we'll love Disneyland, and Llama Flute says so we'll get Disneyland vlogs too. 100%. Lots of Disneyland vlogs and vlogs of every day of D23 Expo. That's our plan. Of course, we can't 100% confirm that we're gonna go, but this is what I think as well that Haley and Tommy said. There's probably just like too many people in Anaheim at that time because that's like when the expo is. Oogie Boogie Bash has started up. I don't know, like if there's anything else that kind of happens, but like Halloween starts up. I think it's just then too busy. So maybe they moved it up because then it's its own thing and they can focus on Halloween a month later. But yeah, 99.9% confirm we're going to go to D23. Somehow.
Because I'm just going to call and say, hello, Heidi has to not go to placement. I'm sure that'll be fine. Like 2 days isn't that big of a difference. 2 days
of ever, which stinks.
It's okay.
But whatever. I'll just be
D23
like,
is more
please,
fun.
I have a trip booked.
And Alexa says,
Let me
yes, that
go.
area is very clustered. So maybe that makes sense. That's probably
Yeah.
honestly why that they did that. So yes, Haley and Tommy, do you still want to come? Are we still on the same page?
We're going.
We're going.
You guys
So you guys are coming.
We'll talk about
We're
it
all
soon.
going. We'll talk about it on Monday. We'll celebrate in Disneyland.
True,
See?
yeah.
Come on,
it will
Heidi.
be nice. It will be nice to get on, and then that way I can, like, you know.
They go, duh. So we're going to do some final housekeeping things here to end off this live stream. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll touch on a few things. I'm just going to pull these up, and then we'll discuss a couple of things before we let you all go. Sorry that this was kind of like an informational, which not like informational, but like live stream.
Chatty.
But yeah, very chatty. The brackets will be back, like I'll like discuss in a few minutes, but we're just so glad to be back and live. So fun. So first up, I'll pull this up here. This vlog came out yesterday, the last days of my Disney College program. You can see all the pictures there. Look at that. Of course, definitely go check that out if you haven't already. And if you missed any other vlogs from that program, all of them now are up on the channel, and I am excited about all of them. I love them all, and I can't wait to go rewatch them myself back. I've been doing that like a little bit. And like I said, there will still be more to come about this program. I'll talk more about it. I'll do a live stream about it, and maybe or maybe not, we'll apply for it again. Who knows? We shall see. Whatever the future holds. Crazy. I loved it so much, though. Like, of course, hopefully that came across in the vlogs that I just had a great time. I loved my program. I loved my work area. I loved all of the people, and I can't wait to talk more about it. So we'll do a whole live stream talking about that, and then also maybe one more video just like talking about my like experience, and then hopefully on that live stream I'll get some friends to come on and talk about that. Llama Floof says a banger. Thank you so much. And are you allowed to apply for it again? I am allowed to apply for it again. As long as you're like enrolled in school, you're able to apply for this program. For Canadian students, we're able to do this one, the Cultural Exchange Program, or the Cultural Representative Program, which is the year-long one at Epcot. So yes, I'm able to apply for it again, and who knows what the future holds.
The academic one?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, 3. There's also the academic exchange where you do courses at one of the schools down there, and you get to like do 6 months, I think, like doing like one role and then 6 months doing another role. Stacy says it was so fun following along with your program, but glad you're back. Yes, I think that you can also do one shorter, 3 and 3. I think there's a 6 and 6 and a 3 and 3.
Okay.
Could be wrong though. And then of course, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Heidi's been posting stuff on there on TikTok, little short videos. And then of course, we're always up to date on Instagram with what we're doing. If you don't follow us on there, then yes, hopefully you can go do so. But of course, now that we're kind of back to normal schedule, vlogs will be coming out, like I said, and the vlogs for Disney World, our trip, will start on Monday, which is 2 days away with Heidi's travel day, flying down to see me at Disney, and our little reunited from her perspective instead of my perspective, which will be so fun. I'm excited to see that. So that'll start Monday. And then of course we'll have vlogs coming out either twice a week or once a week, depending on what's going on. If we have like pin mail, or like we're going to do a haul and a pin haul from our trip and all of the usual stuff that we do. So definitely stay tuned for those things to come soon. But yeah, vlogs start Monday, which is crazy. I'm so excited about it. So now that we're done the college program vlogs, we can get into the Disney World vlogs. And I'm so excited. So hopefully you are all as well. I think that we film lots of stuff. So hopefully there's lots of content for each of the vlogs. We'll have every single day in its own vlog. So I guess like 10 days. So 10 vlogs roughly.
10 or 9, because we didn't film last day.
We did film our last day, except like our travel day. Yeah. But so we'll have, like either 9 or 10 vlogs and then a haul, pin stuff in there. A lot of things to come. And then of course, live streams will be back as well on a more regular basis, at least twice a week. Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Wow, never mind. People wouldn't want that. Twice a week.
Too much.
Way too much. Twice a month is what I meant to say.
That's the goal.
Sometimes maybe like more often if there's nothing going on. Maybe there'll be times where Heidi's busy and I'm on here. But we're going to hopefully do twice a month again like we were before. And our next one will be not this coming weekend, but the one after. And we're going to do a bracket of all of the Disney World pre-shows, which is fun. So all of the attractions that have a pre-show. And what is a pre-show? maybe there'll be some debate on what pre-shows are, but we're going to do all of the pre-shows at Walt Disney World, put them all in a bracket, and see which is the best Walt Disney World pre-show. Justine says, can't wait for the pins. Traded a lot. I would say that we traded like a fair amount. I don't know if it was a lot necessarily. I don't really know if the boards were that.
Well, we also didn't I feel like we didn't really prioritize trading that much.
That's true. And I think it was just kind of like very busy go lots. I think that we like all things considered traded quite a bit though, which was good.
Yeah.
And Haley and Tommy say, OMG, I already know my last in terms of pre-show. Uh-oh. You can save it or tell us what's your last pre-show.
I'm trying to think of what they'd say.
I don't know. I have some that I don't love either. Oh, it's obviously Guardians. That's what I was going to say. Haley and Tommy were going to say Guardians, obviously, because Llama Floof just said it. Guardians is last because my anticipation can't handle that long of a wait. That's fair. And then Haley and Tommy say, so happy the lives are back. We missed you too.
Miss you guys. We were talking about it.
Bring it in here, Heidi. Oh. So glad that we're back together doing live streams.
So you've seen
it a million times. But yeah, so like I said, stay tuned Monday. Disney World vlog, Heidi's travel day, and then Friday will either be a Disney World vlog, our first day. Excuse me. My throat's a bit dry. I need some water.
Get some water.
Will either be a Disney World vlog on Friday or the haul if we have time to film the haul. That would be ideal so we can use our stuff that we have bought. So hopefully that'll happen. And then, like I said, not this coming weekend, but the one after, we'll do our bracket of ranking all of the Walt Disney World pre-shows. So definitely stay tuned on Instagram and like the YouTube little community tab where I'll post the details, but it's going to be, I guess I can tell you the date now, just in case people want to put it in their calendar. If people want to come to that live stream, it'll be Saturday the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
In case they don't have a calendar to look up the date.
There we go. This message from WNB team says, hi from Australia. Appreciate your videos. Watching them has formed a part of our weekend routine. Our daughter is 1 month into her 6-month stint, and this has helped. That just made my whole day.
Oh, that's so funny.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope that my videos can be like fun, but also helpful and just like maybe see a different perspective on the college program and stuff. Obviously, seeing kind of like what I did, I just like tried to film as much as I could and post as much as I could, and hopefully it was great and you all enjoyed it. So thank you so much for that message. Alexa says, and fly. Very funny. I also want to say that good luck to your daughter. Hopefully she's doing good. Hopefully it's fun, and just have her enjoy it all and have a great time with it and really just like soak it in, because it does fly by. But it was just like, yeah, the most amazing thing. Carolyn says, thanks for live stream. I hope I can come to the next one. I love your channel and I'm excited for the upcoming videos. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. And all good stuff, says Magical Castle, and 2 thumbs up from WNB team. So with that, we will leave you all to enjoy the rest of, I guess, your Saturday night. I know it's like a little bit later on the East Coast here, 10 o'clock, but hopefully you enjoyed it and you had a great live stream. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And we'll see you Monday for a new video, Heidi's travel day and our first little day at Walt Disney World. Yep. So fun. Love you all. Thank you all so much for being here and for always supporting us. I'll do a heart this way. This is the new way.
I don't know how to do it.
Me neither.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah, we love you all so much. Carrie will be in Texas, but maybe you can rewatch it if you want to, hopefully.
Or
because I think it'll be fun. Or don't if you don't want to. That's okay. Have a good evening, everyone, and love you guys so much. Or sorry, thank you guys so much.
And remember, it's always sunny.
We're gonna do a heart together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to press end. Oh no, so dysfunctional. There we go.
Bye.
Bye.